Chadwick. It's a Jersey thing. Kate slowly opened her eyes as she woke up. She felt safe, relaxed, and ready for the day. She looked at the clock next to the bed. 9 a.m. She flipped her covers off and to the other side of the bed. Ugh, brah, Chadwick groaned as the covers hit him. Kate smiled. Good morning, Chatty Poo, she said to Chadwick. Brah, babe, it's too early, he said as he rolled back over and covered his head with his pillow. Chatty Poo, it's 9 a.m. We got stuff to do, Kate quipped cheerfully as she grabbed his leg and pulled him out of bed. Chadwick clunked onto the floor before looking up at Kate with a smile. Brah, you're lucky, he said. Oh, I am? Is it because I have a lazy boyfriend? Kate asked with a sly smile. Chadwick shook his head. Brah, obviously that makes you lucky, but you're also really cute and I will let you get away with that, he said with a big smile. He gave her a kiss as she headed to the shower. Chadwick let out a big yawn and stretch before opening the door to head downstairs and fulfill his grilled cheese craving. Things finally felt right. Kate made her way downstairs into the kitchen. She nodded at Dennis, who was busy washing dishes. Kate grabbed a cup of coffee and sat at the table next to Amelia. Amelia looked up and smiled at Kate. Kate, you're such a nice girl, Amelia said. I'm very glad my son found you. He seems to have actual motivation now. Well, kind of at least. I'm glad I found him as well, Kate said with a smile. You guys are amazing. This house is amazing. You've all made me feel very welcome while I've been here. Kate, we're just glad Chadwick found something he cares about besides surfing, Amelia said with a laugh. Thank you, Amelia. Thank you for treating me so nicely, like I'm family. And for having Chadwick, Kate replied with a big smile. I'm warning you, dear. He is a handful. Just like his father, Amelia said. Kate laughed. Amelia gave her a serious look. Trust me, Kate. They are a handful. I'm just glad you are here and with Chadwick. I'm glad to have you as part of our family, Amelia said as she leaned over and gave Kate a hug. We are back here on Red Lawn Cove's best and only radio station Z99.8. I'm Bugsy, as always sitting here with my co-host Mitch. Say hi to everyone, Mitch, the radio DJ said across the airwaves. What up, Red Lawn? It's Mad Mitch Mickelson, and today we're running a contest. We know we have the stupidest radio listeners, and we will prove it today. We're going to call a random number from our text message list, ask them a question that will scramble their fragile brains. When they get it wrong, we will laugh at them. No one ever gets these rights. It's like clockwork. Bugsy, dial the number, Mitch said as the phone was dialed. The phone was answered on the third ring. Brah, sup? Hello, fellow Z-Head, this is Mad Mitch Mickelson, and we're ready to stump an idiot. What's your name, Z-Head? Mitch asked. Brah, Chadwick, Chadwick responded. Okay, fancy name for a moron. Just kidding, or am I? Here is your question. You have 60 seconds. Other than the sun, what is the closest star to Earth? Time starts now, Mitch hollered. Bruh, Alpha Centauri, Chadwick responded. You mortal, you of course... Wait, what? He got it right? Mitch proclaimed. Bruh, that was easy work. What did I win? Chadwick asked. Wow, okay, we never had a winner. Let me see, Mitch said as he shuffled through the papers. Oh, here, this will work. Congrats, Z-Head Chadwick. You and 5 of your closest friends have won a trip to beautiful Pachetti Grove, New Jersey. Bruh, we gotta stay together. Kate has the tickets for everyone, Chadwick said. Kate held the tickets up in the air so everyone could see. Alright, guys. I have the tickets, so we need to stay in the group and not wander off, Jeff, Kate said as she looked at Jeff. Jeff stared at her, turned his head to the left before looking back at Kate and nodding. Doug and Eva were standing next to Kate, listening. Doug had bought a bright green fanny pack for the trip. It looked hideous, but Eva had been supportive of his wardrobe choice. Haha! Dugwald, the hell is that thing on your waist? Chadwick asked Doug. Brohim, it's fashion, Doug said proudly. As they were talking, CM walked up holding a guitar case. Kate looked at him puzzled. What? Kate asked CM. Hey, New Jersey may not have music, and I could be the one who brings it to them, CM proclaimed. What? Doug asked CM. Chadwick looked at Doug and CM. Bro, the dude wants to bring his musical genius. Nice, he exclaimed. They walked to baggage to drop off their suitcases. CM looked at his guitar. CM then looked at Jeff. He knew he needed to check something into baggage, but he was worried about his guitar. CM grabbed his luggage tag and tied it around Jeff's wrist before picking Jeff up and launching him into the baggage cart. Everyone looked at CM. What? He will be fine. I spent like $500 on this guitar. He'll be fine, CM said as he walked towards the boarding point. Everyone shrugged and followed. Jeff, who was sitting under numerous suitcases with just his head poking out, blinked 3 times, nodding at everyone as he was slowly wheeled away into baggage. After an hour-and-a-half flight, the plane landed in New Jersey. They walked to the baggage claim. Everyone managed to find their suitcases. CM, however, was struggling. Another person was trying to claim Jeff, arguing that Jeff's cowboy hat was his. Look here, sir! That is my luggage, the man told CM. Jeff stared at them both before shaking his head no. Chadwick walked over. Brah, that luggage is actually our friend Jeff, Chadwick said. Jeff stood up and walked towards CM as the man, who was stunned, simply walked away. The group walked outside and hailed a cab to take them to their hotel. An SUV pulled up with the words, Jersey Cabs, deal with it, on the side. Yo, welcome to Jersey. My name is Quake. Hop in, I can give you a ride, the driver said. The group got in. Mr. Quake, sir, we need to go to the Teddy H. Christmas Hotel, Kate said. The driver nodded before peeling out. Yo, you seem like nice freaking kids. What's the deal with this gray guy? He's sick or something? Quake asked. Brah, no, he's an alien, Chadwick replied calmly. Oh, makes sense. We have aliens there all the damn time. But you wouldn't understand, it's a Jersey thing, Quake replied. Everyone in the back seat looked at one another. What? Doug asked. Hey, it's Jersey, man, Quake explained. Things are different here. We do things how we do them. And you wouldn't understand it because it's a Jersey thing, so I won't explain it. Hey, yo, welcome to Teddy H. Christmas Hotel, Jersey's 8th finest hotel on this street. You wouldn't understand, it's a Jersey thing. Name for reservations? The hotel worker asked. Brockingsworth, Chadwick replied. I don't have anyone on the Brockingsworth, the worker replied. No, Brockingsworth, Chadwick replied firmly. The worker typed into his computer. Hey, yo, no. No, Brockingsworth doesn't have any hits. I do have a reservation for 3 rooms for a Chadwick Brockingsworth, but that clearly isn't you. I can tell. It's a Jersey thing, the worker replied. Dude, I'm Chadwick Brockingsworth, Chadwick said as he handed the worker his ID. Oh, well, why didn't you say so? In Jersey, we always state things perfectly clear. You may not understand that. It's a Jersey thing, he replied. Thanks, Chadwick said, clearly exasperated as he took their room keys. Hey, I was thinking, I would like to room with Doug, CM said. What? No, I'm rooming with Eva, Doug said as Eva put her arm around him. Don't bear mine, Eva said. CM, scared by Eva, nodded. He turned to Kate. I guess we can share a room, he said hopefully. No, Kate said sternly as she grabbed Chadwick's hand and headed towards the elevator. CM turned to Jeff. I told you that would work. Now we get to room together, CM said excitedly. Jeff looked at him blankly. Jeff looked at the hotel worker. He looked back at CM and shook his head before grabbing the room key and heading towards the elevator. No, really, Jeff. I wanted to room with you the whole time. This place is really weird, Doug said. He was with Chadwick outside the hotel while everyone else was getting ready to explore New Jersey. A man and a woman walked up to them. Hey, yo, what are you two mucks up to? The man asked. Mucks? Doug asked. Hey, don't you call him a muck. I'll beat you with a brick. It's a Jersey thing. You may not understand, the woman replied. Brah, we're chilling like a sweet grapevine in a cold Delaware morning, Chadwick replied. Hey, don't you ever freaking talk about Delaware. Those jerks are our sworn enemies. It's a Jersey thing. You wouldn't understand, the man replied. Brah, sorry, Chadwick replied. The two laughed. Hey, you seem like good people. My name is Polly and this is Cheryl. We were born and raised here in Pachetti Grove. Though, the name should change. Vinny Pachetti is the worst, Polly said. Oh, Vinny Pachetti, what a muck. He's the worst thing that ever happened to New Jersey, Cheryl said as she shook her head. Okay, Doug said, clearly confused. Brah, who? Chadwick asked. Vinny effin' Pachetti. He's a tyrant and a jerk. He also once beat me in a foot race by cheating when we were 7. That is an unforgivable thing to do in Jersey, but you wouldn't understand, Cheryl stated sadly. Chadwick and Doug just looked at one another. Both were utterly baffled. You want to come over to my house and meet my family? My mother Denise makes an incredible pastaccioli, Polly exclaimed. Chadwick and Doug looked at each other. Brah, sure, it'd be an honor, Chadwick said, as Doug looked down and shook his head. Polly handed Chadwick a piece of paper with his address on it. Brah, let us go get the rest of our crew and we will head over, Chadwick said cheerfully. Polly and Cheryl headed away, leaving Doug and Chadwick to themselves. Doug let out a huge sigh before turning to Chadwick. Hey, Chadwick, Doug asked. Brah, sup? Chadwick asked. How come whenever we meet really weird people that seem like they are insane and might murder us, you end up getting us all invited to their house? Doug asked. Brah, good luck, I guess, Chadwick replied, fully unaware of what Doug was really saying. The two made their way back into the hotel to notify everyone of their upcoming plans. Brah, dudes, ladies, we got invited to the house of a nice guy named Polly. It's our chance to experience some genuine New Jersey culture, Chadwick said proudly. Kate stared at Chadwick. Let me guess, Kate started. A crazy person walked up to you and you somehow got invited to some weird party. No. They just invited him over to meet their mother Denise, Doug replied. Kate shook her head. The group made their way in another Jersey taxi cab to Polly's house. Chadwick knocked on the door. After a few moments, the door swung open. A woman in her early 50s opened the door. Hey, I told you damn kids I don't want any cookies, the woman screamed at them. Brah, we were invited here by Polly, Chadwick said. Oh, my little Polly invited you, mucks? Enter, my house is your house. I'm his mother Denise. It's so nice to meet you, Denise said. The group walked inside and saw Polly and Cheryl. Hey, yo, you made it, Polly exclaimed. You did make it, and you brought quite a group with you, Cheryl said as she stared at CM. Brah, yeah, this is Kate, Doug you've met. This is Doug's girlfriend, Eva. That guy, CM, he drives a tow truck, and the little gray guy is Jeff, Chadwick explained. Oh, you all need to stay and try Denise's amazing pasta choli, Polly exclaimed. What's pasta choli? Doug asked. Cheryl screamed and lunged at Doug. Polly managed to hold her back. Hey, yo, it's only the finest juicy delicacy. Cheryl gets real defensive about it, Polly explained. Doug hid behind Eva. Now, kids, let's relax before dinner. Go have a seat and relax. Polly, introduce him to your Grandpa Poop, Denise said happily. Wait, Grandpa Poop? Doug confusingly mumbled. His confusion was shared by the rest of the group. What could happen next? They wondered to themselves. Grandpa Poop? Doug asked again, clearly confused. God darn it, that is not my damn name! I keep telling you jerks that. I'm Rick! My name is Rick, damn it! Grandpa Poop screamed. Oh, you! That's our Grandpa Poop, Cheryl proclaimed. Damn it, I hate you people, Grandpa Poop screamed. Brah, nice to meet you, Mr. Poop, Chadwick said as he reached out his hand. Kate quickly elbowed him in the ribs. Sorry, Rick. It's very nice to meet you, Kate said. Everyone smiled and waved at Grandpa Poop. Hello, Rick, Eva said. Grandpa Poop looked up at her. You're really tall, he said. Eva, no, Einstein, Eva replied. Jeff stared at Grandpa Poop. He smiled at him. Wow, what the hell are you? Grandpa Poop asked. Jeff shrugged. You know what, fella? I like your style. You're good people, Grandpa Poop said to Jeff. All right, it's time to eat. Get to the table, you mucks, Denise screamed. Everyone made their way to the table and sat down. Doug sat next to Eva on one side of the table. CM sat next to Doug. Grandpa Poop pulled up a chair to the head of the table and motioned for Jeff to sit next to him. Chadwick and Kate sat next to Polly and Cheryl across the table from Doug and Eva. Denise walked into the room with a big bowl filled with pasta choli, setting it down in front of Doug. Doug looked at the bowl and was taken aback. What is this? Doug asked. Pasta choli, duh, Cheryl responded, her eyes turning red with anger. Doug, seeing her anger, grabbed the spoon and piled some on his plate. His plate was soon covered with an odd mixture of canned spaghetti, canned stew, mini dill pickles, breadcrumbs with some finely chopped lettuce on top. This, ladies and gentlemen, was Jersey's finest delicacy. This was pasta choli. As everyone filled their plates reluctantly, Polly and Cheryl dug in, devouring their plates in mere seconds. CM was casually eating his pasta choli and turned to Denise. Denise, this is amazing. What a chef you are. Your husband is so lucky, CM said to Denise. Polly glared at CM. How dare you bring up my father, you muck! I ought to beat you to death with this fork, Polly screamed. Polly, shut up! Denise screamed at him. This handsome man is being polite. My husband has been gone for many years. We lost him on a vacation at Yellowstone, as one does. It's a Jersey thing. You wouldn't understand. After the group forced down some pasta choli, Polly let out a loud burp. Best food in the world, eh? Polly asked, before continuing. We invented pasta here in Jersey and then mixed it with other stuff. That's why Jersey is the best. Bro, yeah. Thanks for having us. Your hospitality has been amazing, Chadwick proclaimed. Kate, Eva, and Doug stared at Chadwick, glaring a hole through him. Hey, let me take you two mucks out for a day in Jersey, Polly said, pointing to Doug and Chadwick. And we can have a girls' day, Jersey style, Cheryl said, looking at Kate and Eva. I will take these two and show them my workshop, Grandpa Poop said as he put his arm around Jeff and waved CM towards him. They split into 3 groups and headed off. Brah, where are we going? Chadwick asked Polly casually. Bowling, you ever heard of it? You may not have. It's a Jersey thing, Polly replied. We have bowling in Redlawn Cove, Doug replied. Yeah, but we invented and perfected it, Polly replied. The 3 got shoes and bowling balls before sitting down at their lane. Brah, make my name Professor Von Brosen, Chadwick said to Polly, who was editing their player names. Polly shook his head. Look, we are respectful and honest about our bowling names here in Jersey. So no, sir, I will not do that. This isn't a game, it's a real sport, Polly replied firmly. Oh, okay. I mean, it's just bowling, Doug replied. Hey, watch your mouth, you muck, before I knock it to the moon. You may not understand that phrase. It's a Jersey thing, Polly explained to Doug. Oh, okay then. I will just be Doug, Doug replied. No, you are Douglas, your full given name, Polly replied. Oh, actually, my real name is Doug Wald, Doug replied. Polly flailed his arms in the air in frustration. We need to start over. It has to be done correctly and professionally. I don't want anyone else here to think I'm playing with amateurs. It's a Jersey thing. You wouldn't understand the hierarchy of it all, Polly said to a very confused Doug. I bet you two never even had a tan, Cheryl said to Kate and Eva. The two looked at one another, confused. Cheryl smiled as she continued. This is Christie's Tanning Salon, the finest Jersey establishment for getting a tan. But you may not understand, seeing as everyone not from Jersey is so pale. Okay, Kate replied. The three women walked inside. Welcome to Christie's. It's a Jersey thing. I'm Deborah. What do you want? The worker at the front desk asked. Oh, hey, Deborah. How are the kids? Cheryl asked. Oh, Cheryl, I didn't see you there. I'm having my eyelids tightened so it's real hard to see. Who are these two mucks? Deborah asked as she pointed at Kate and Eva. Them? Oh, they're visitors from California. I wanted to show them what a tan was, Cheryl replied. Oh, perfect. Welcome to Jersey, ladies. Just a little background. This place has been open for 3.5 whole weeks. That is why we are the best, Deborah started. I will give you two out-of-towners a real history lesson. Before 1936, no one knew what the sun was. People just wandered around in the dark aimlessly. But a man in Jersey named Donatello Sunnington discovered the sun, and 2 days later he had a wicked tan. It's a Jersey thing. You may not understand. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, Kate replied as she looked at Eva. Eva shook her head in disbelief. Where are we going, Grandpa Poop? CM asked. Grandpa Poop quickly turned around, grabbing CM by the throat. If you ever call me that again, I will turn your insides into outsides. Understand? Grandpa Poop growled at CM. Yes, sir, Mr. Rick. Sir, CM said while being choked. Grandpa Poop let go of CM and unlocked the door for them to enter. This is my workshop, Jeff, Grandpa Poop said to Jeff as he gestured him into the room. Jeff looked at Grandpa Poop and nodded slowly. Now look, chicken fella, I'm sorry for choking you. But this town and the people that live in it, they're insane, and I'm not even a grandpa. I never had kids, Grandpa Poop exclaimed. This is my workshop. This is where I come to relax and work on my projects, he explained. Jeff was busy going through the various drawers and shelves in the room. Jeff opened a cupboard and saw 3 sticks of dynamite with a clock on it. He slowly picked it up and held it in the air. Whoa, Rick, that's a bomb, CM screamed. Oh yeah, it is. Not a big deal. I was going to rob a bank back in 92 with it, but I lost it, Grandpa Poop said nonchalantly. Can we set it off? CM asked excitedly. Grandpa Poop sighed. Yeah, I suppose. I can always build another one, he said as Jeff jumped with excitement. Hey, yo, I don't know if you mucks ever bowled before. It's a Jersey thing. But just do what I do, Polly said to Chadwick and Doug. Polly went up to bowl as Doug leaned into Chadwick. Brohim, this guy is insane, Doug whispered to Chadwick. Brah, shh. This guy is a professional, Chadwick whispered back to Doug. They both watched as Polly threw back-to-back gutter balls. Huh, Doug said, utterly bewildered. Doug then took his turn, taking out 7 pins. Chadwick was up next. He casually rolled the ball down the alley, getting a strike. Brohim, you can bowl? Doug asked Chadwick, who simply shrugged in response. After one game of bowling, Polly had bowled a 26. Doug managed a 155. Chadwick, on the other hand, bowled a perfect game. The manager ran up to Chadwick, holding a huge check and a bunch of balloons. Sir, that is the first ever perfect game here in Jersey. You won't understand because it's a Jersey thing, but here's a check for $1,500 and a trophy, the manager said to Chadwick. Chadwick shook the manager's hand and took the check as multiple people took pictures. Polly leaned into Doug. Beginner's luck. Plus I pulled my hamstring doing bicep curls yesterday, Polly whispered to Doug. What? Doug asked. Oh, bicep curls. Yeah, I forgot. You ain't from Jersey, so you don't know what that is. It's an exercise us Jersey folk do where we pick up a weight with our hand. Real technical stuff. But hey, you wouldn't understand. You're not from Jersey. Cheryl? Kate asked. Deborah and Cheryl both turned and looked at Kate. Yeah? Cheryl replied. You know that we have beaches in California as well, right? Like, we are known for our beaches and oceans, Kate said. What did you say to me? Cheryl screamed at Kate. Kate took a step back. Oh, no, I wasn't trying. I'm sorry. I meant no offense, Kate apologized. Too late for that. You're getting wrecked, Cheryl screamed as she lunged for Kate. As Cheryl flew through the air towards her victim, time slowed. Cheryl was opening her hands, preparing to use her fingernails like talons. Then, the light from the room disappeared, and all Cheryl saw was black. She then felt a hand on her forehead that was firmly holding her in place. Cheryl looked up and saw Eva. You ain't part of this! Get out of my way! Cheryl screamed as Eva's hand remained on her forehead. Cheryl started flailing her arms trying to hit Eva, but she lacked the required reach. Eva think angry women need to stop before get hurt, Eva said with a smirk. Cheryl took a big gulp. Oh, ha ha. I was just messing with you. It's a Jersey thing. You may not understand, Cheryl said as she walked into her tanning booth. Kate turned to Eva. Thank you. These people are freaking insane. We need to get out of here, Kate whispered to Eva. No, you're doing it wrong, Grandpa Poop screamed at CM. What? I have no idea what I'm doing, and you didn't really explain it. I am limited in my knowledge of 1990s explosives, CM frantically said. If those two wires touch, you blow us all up, Grandpa Poop screamed at CM. CM let go of the wires and quickly took a step back. Jeff stepped in and grabbed the wires. Without any direction, Jeff was able to successfully hook up the wires. Grandpa Poop beamed with pride. See? Jeff can do it. He must have served. Mom? He asked Jeff. Jeff shook his head. Can we actually blow this thing up? CM asked impatiently. Yeah, damn kids always so impatient. Like back in my day, Grandpa Poop muttered as he walked away to grab the trigger. CM and Jeff shot a glance at one another. Well, when I was 15, I had to wait 6 weeks for a bike. Now you damn kids have one in 10 minutes. Grandpa Poop was still complaining as he walked back towards them. Okay, put on these goggles, he told them. CM and Jeff followed his directions. Grandpa Poop handed the trigger to Jeff. It would be my honor, Jeff, if you would set off my bomb from 1992, he said to Jeff with a big smile. Jeff immediately pushed the trigger. Silence. Huh, Grandpa Poop said. Maybe the gunpowder got wet or is too old. He was cut off by a huge explosion. The bomb went off, blowing a gigantic hole in the backyard. Wow, what a relaxing day, Amelia said to Elvin. The two were out relaxing by their pool. You can say that again. Hey, when is it time for Law and Order? As Elvin finished his question, he was splashed with water. Dennis had cannonballed into the pool. You all right, sir? Dennis yelled. This is amazing. I have no worries. Woo! Okay, Dennis. Calm down, Amelia said. Dennis wiped the water off of his face as he stood in the pool. Sorry, madam. I will party in the pool in a less loud manner, Dennis said. All three of them stopped and looked at one another. After a 15-second pause, they all burst out laughing. Brah, Denise, Polly, Cheryl, Grandpa Poop. Thank you guys for having us. It was awesome, Chadwick said with a smile. Polly shook his hand. Hey, I've never seen anyone bowl as amazing as you, and I mean that. You have a gift. You may not know what that means because it's a Jersey thing, but still, Polly said as he shook Chadwick's hand. I had a blast with you two broads, Cheryl said as she gave Eva and Kate a hug. Grandpa Poop was in the corner weeping as he hugged Jeff goodbye. CM was forced to pry his arms apart to save Jeff. You kids were wonderful, but next time wear some better damn clothes. This is Jersey, not Delaware, Denise said as she waved goodbye. The group headed back towards their hotel. Kate grabbed Chadwick's hand and pulled him towards her. I love you, Chatty Poo. But if you ever bring me to a random place like that again, you will be in serious trouble, Kate whispered forcefully. Brah, they were nice, Chadwick pleaded. As they walked back into their hotel, Doug grabbed Chadwick's arm. Hey, Brohy, can we talk quickly? He asked. Brah, no problem, Brony Mitchell, Chadwick replied. Doug took a deep breath. I'm going to do something today, and I need your help. I really love Eva, Chadwick, Doug said. Brah, I know you do, Chadwick replied. Brohim, will you help do what I need to do? Doug asked. Brah, I'd be honored. I have an incredible idea. We will need CM and Jeff, Chadwick said. Wait, what? Doug asked. Brah, yeah. How else will you propose? Chadwick asked. Propose? Doug said, his surprise noticeable. Brah, yeah, Chadwick said. Doug shook his head. I was gonna tell her that I loved her, Doug said. Brah, if you love her, why not marry her? Chadwick asked. Doug paused for a second. I don't have a ring, though, Doug said confusedly. Brah, don't worry, we got this, Chadwick said as he ran off to help his confused friend propose. Eva was sitting in her hotel room watching TV when there was a knock on the door. Eva opened it and saw Kate. Hello, Kate. What up? Eva asked. Hey, Eva. The guys want us to go to the roof. Who knows why? Chadwick just told me to have you come up at 9 p.m. and, well, here we are, Kate replied. Eva chuckled. Okay, small Kate, let's go, Eva said. She smiled at Kate. Eva really liked Doug Bear, Eva said. Are you in love? Kate asked Eva. Eva, taken aback by the question, turned bright red. Kate smiled as she looked at Eva. I would assume that is a yes, Kate said. Eva nodded. Kate gave her a big hug. I am so happy for you, Kate screeched. The two made their way to the roof. Eva pushed open the door. Standing in front of her was a romantic candlelit rooftop. Doug was standing in the middle, dressed in a fancy red and green suit. Then the noise started. Jeff had an acoustic guitar and started strumming it poorly. CM then started playing a large drum with no rhythm. Then Kate heard an amazing voice start singing. My love, there's only you in my life. Chadwick was singing Endless Love flawlessly. Holy shit, he can sing? Kate whispered quietly. Doug walked over and grabbed Eva's hand. He got down on one knee. Evelyn Johansson, I love you more than anything I've ever loved, including pizza, Doug started. Eva was shocked. It would Well, it would make my whole world meaningful if I was with you forever. Eva, will you make me the happiest man alive and marry me? Everyone was quiet. Eva, still in shock, looked into Doug's eyes. "Yeah!" Eva screamed as she picked Doug up and held him in her arms. Everyone cheered as the two kissed. "Brah! Go Doug, Bones, and Harmony!" Chadwick said as he popped open a bottle of champagne. The group proceeded to down 12 bottles of champagne, with most of it going to Jeff. "Jeff, are you okay?" CM asked. Jeff shook his head no, before projectile vomiting all over CM. CM, covered in puke, frantically searched for a napkin. Doug, meanwhile, walked over to Chadwick. "Chadwick, man, thank you. You're my best friend and have always been there for me. I have your back no matter what. I love you, man," Doug said as he gave Chadwick a hug. "Rah, I love you too," Chadwick said. Doug then went back by Eva. "So, Chatty Poo, quite the romantic, I see," Kate asked playfully. Chadwick smiled. "Love, it's a hell of a thing," Chadwick said, proud that he was able to help Doug. Kate gave Chadwick a kiss. "I am so lucky to have you, Chatty Poo," she said with a big smile. Chadwick smiled at her and then said something that would turn out to be very true. "Brah, just wait till you see what I have planned for ours."